Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to our bid to find baseball's greatest team. We are into the second round. There are 16, well, there's 15 teams left after last episode, and today we'll eliminate another one. It is the 2004 Red Sox going up against the 2008 Rays, and well, there's a team that's favourites to win this one, possibly favourites to go all the way, and then there's the Rays. So Red Sox in their regular season went 98 and 64. The Rays went 97 and 65, so not a bad team either. It's a one-off game as ever, modern era strategy. 25-man World Series rosters if available, and injuries are disabled. Alright, so we can see the rosters here. If you want to have a bit of a longer look, as ever, zoom in around me and pause the video. It's the season of that they're representing, obviously, so 2004 for Boston, 2008 for Tampa, and while you do that, I am going to go and see these starting lineups. And here they are here. So leading off the Red Sox is Johnny Damon in center field. Trot Nixon bats second in right field. Manny Ramirez is batting third at first base. At left field. First base is cleanup man David Ortiz. Veritek is catching at 5. Euculus at third base. I wish they'd have somebody else at third base, honestly. He's batting 6 at third. Orlando Cabrera shortstops at 7. Pookie Reese, great name, at second base, bats 8. And Kurt Schilling. Remember him in the World Series with the bloodies Achilles. Oh, that was manly. Wonderful stuff. Anyway, Kurt Schilling is the man on the mound. And then we've got Melvin Upton Jr. leading off the Rays with Kyle Crawford batting second in left field. Evan Longoria is at third base batting third. Carlos Pena at first base cleans up. Zobrist bats second at 5. Bats 5 at second. Bartlett at shortstop bats 6. Gabe Gross in right field bats 7. We've got Diona Navarro, is that how you say that? Anyway, he catches at 8, and James Shield is going on the mound. That pitching matchup, well, it's not really a matchup, is it? So here we go. It is Johnny Damon to lead things off. Now, of course, both these teams have already come through a knockout round. It was the Red Sox beating the 2001 Mariners, while the Rays, it's got to be said, massive upset over the 1983 White Sox, as we start with a strikeout. So, you know, both teams have earned their right to be here. It's sort of the quarterfinals in the American League, last 16 sort of for all of baseball. And it's 2 up, 2 down in 4 pitches, or 5 pitches for Shields so far to bring Manny Ramirez to the plate. First pitch swing. Ramirez grounds it, and what's that, 6 pitches for the first inning? They'll be happy with that, won't they? So nothing for Boston there. Let's see what the Rays can do. Schilling will face Upton Jr. It is a 1-2 pitch. And it is a very good one that strikes him out looking. 1 away. In comes Kyle Crawford. Now, of course, the winner of this one will, spoiler alert if you haven't seen last episode yet, as that is over and in for the first hit of the game. So the winner of this will play the 1935 Detroit Tigers, who beat the 2015 Royals last time out. So there's another strikeout. 2 out, 1 on for Carlos Pena. A 1-2. Pena strikes out, and we are scoreless through 1. And it'll be Big Puppy David Ortiz to lead things off. A 1-2 pitch. And he strikes out for 1 away. In now will come, who's up next? Veritek. A 1-0 pitch. Veritek slices one over third base into left field for a 1-out single. So, Eulicus. If I say that name the same way twice at any point during this, it'll be an absolute miracle. It'll come out, if I say his name 10 times, it'll be pronounced 10 different ways. But there's a double play to end the inning, and Zobrist will now step up to the plate. And it is a first pitch swing. Zobrist. Zobrist is one of those names, I think I've said it before, he just keeps popping up in teams in this series. I think between him and Craig Counsell, certainly of the more modern teams, they've got to be, we've got to see them 4 or 5 different times. So it says a lot about their careers. They moved around a lot, but also they tended to be in good teams, which I'm sure is not a coincidence. As Gross even, down into right field. Is that going to be a 2-out double? Yes, it is. So the Rays, they have a man in scoring position with 2 out in the bottom of the second, and it is Navarro to the plate. A 1-2 pitch. Navarro to the third baseman, and Euculus will end the inning. So he ended both innings there, didn't he? Double played, of course, the Red Sox inning. So Cabrera now steps up. A 2-0 pitch. Cabrera, is that going to get through? No, the first baseman has it. And that is 1 away. And I just realized I was on the wrong side of the thing there. So Pookie Reese. Full count. And that is a 1-out walk. So Curt Schilling now at the plate. First pitch. Pokey Reese goes for second, and he is there. So the Red Sox. Now, if Schilling can move him around. Oh, he has. Not only that, he might even have scored in. Curt Schilling, as he drove in a run, I think he may have Curt Schilling with the RBI single. Gives the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. And it's Johnny Damon now. 0 for 1, of course. Struck out first time around. This time he's hit it into center field. It's caught out there. Schilling will go back to first. And up will come Trot Nixon, who is also 0 for 1. It's a 1-2 pitch. Nixon strikes out on a good one. But Boston have the lead going to the bottom of the third. Shields will lead off the inning for them. It's a 1-2 pitch. And he strikes out. So that's 1 away. Up now comes Upton Jr., who's 0 for 1. Another 1-2 pitch. And another strikeout. I tell you, both pitchers are getting quite a few 1-2 pitches and then getting the strikeout to follow up. Carl Crawford, a 2-2 pitch this time. And yet another Curt Schilling strikeout. And he's doing it all himself. 7 strikeouts and an RBI. Not a bad 3 innings of work, is it? Manny Ramirez will lead things off. He's 0 for 1. Top of the fourth. 1-0 pitch. And Ramirez hits it well into center field. It is off the wall on the full, is it? And is it a ground rule double? What's happening there? It's a double either way. And Ramirez gets the leadoff double. Can Ortiz now drive him in? Ortiz 0 for 1. It's a 3-0. I think they were a little bit scared of him there, weren't they? So 2 on, none out for Veritek, who is 1 for 1. A 2-1 pitch. Veritek. Oh, he's lined it straight to the first baseman. Ortiz isn't going to get back, I don't think, is he? And, well, double play. Ken Youkilis. He's 0 for 1. Drive in that run from second. He just may have. Is that going to drop in? It is. And Manny Ramirez will come round third. Go home. It is now 2-0 to Boston. On the Youkilis RBI single. Cabrera comes in now. He's 0 for 1. A full count. Cabrera into right field, but that is going to be caught. And that will do it for that. So 2-0 now Boston lead. And Longoria will lead things off 0 for 1. It's a full count. And Longoria pops one up into center field. Maybe a little bit better than a pop-up. It certainly had all the way to the warning track, but it's out either way. Carlos Pena now is 0 for 1. A 1-2 pitch. Pena strikes out. That is 8 now for Zobrist, who comes in 0 for 1 today. It's a first pitch swing. And Zobrist has popped it up as well. And it'll be caught in center field by Johnny Damon to end the fourth. So still it is 2-0 to the Red Sox. And Pokey Reese, who walked last time up, will lead things off. It's a 2-2. And he has grounded it to the shortstop. And that should be and is 1 away. So next man up is Curt Schilling, the free-hitting Curt Schilling. He's 1 for 1. It's a 1-0 pitch. And Curt Schilling has got a good piece of that as well. And Curt Schilling is 2 for 2. And he's got a double. Well, if he bats 2 more times, he'll hit for the cycle the way he's going. So Curt Schilling stands at second. He's probably laughing his head off. Johnny Damon's at the plate with 1 away. It's a 1-1 pitch. Johnny Damon needs to take some hitting lessons from Curt Schilling. He's out. And it'll bring up Trot Nixon, who's 0 for 2. An 0-2 pitch. Trot Nixon strikes out again. And, well, that's a real waste of a Curt Schilling double, isn't it? Bottom of the fifth we go. It's still 2-0. Schilling will face Bartlett, who is 0 for 1. It's a 1-1 pitch. And Bartlett has hit it sharply, but straight to Pokey Reese for 1 away. Gabe Gross, who's 1 for 1. Got one down to the right field corner, I think, if I remember correctly. A full count this time. And watches strike 3 for number 9 for Schilling. And Navarro comes in. He's 0 for 1. It's a 2-1 pitch. Navarro dribbles it to the second. But dribbles a bit harsh, but not certainly well hit. And that'll do it for that. So it is 2-0 to the Red Sox going into the 6th. Ramirez, who is 1 for 2, will lead things off. It's an 0-1 pitch. Ramirez to the third baseman, and that is 1 away. It'll bring up David Ortiz now, who is 0 for 1. Walked last time up. An 0-1 pitch. And Ortiz grounds it to the second baseman. That'll be 2 away. So it'll bring up Jason Veritek, who is 1 for 2. First pitch. Veritek hits it well into left field, and it is down and into the corner for a double. So 2 out with a man at second. Can the Red Sox extend their lead here? It's going to be Youkilis to try and do it. He's 1 for 2 already with an RBI. 0-1 pitch, and he has grounded it to the third baseman. And that will do it for that, for the top of the 6th. It will be Eric Hinsky coming in to pinch hit, so that'll do it for Shields. Not a bad outing, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. It's not terrible, is it? And Hinsky is out at first. Upton Jr. is 0 for 2. It's an 0-1 pitch. And that is up the middle. That will be a hit. The third of the game for the Rays. And that is, 1 on, 1 out. And it brings Crawford to the plate, who's 1 for 2. A 2-2 pitch. Strikeout number 10 for Curt Schilling. In comes Longoria, who is 0 for 2. It is a 2-2 pitch. And it is hit into center field. It is going to get down, so we'll have runners at the corners, I think, with 2 out. And potentially the go-ahead run at the plate in the shape of Carlos Pena, who is 0 for 2. It's an 1-2 pitch even. Oh, and Carlos Pena has just put the Rays in front. Just like that. They had looked like scoring a run. And suddenly they're in front because Carlos Pena has hit one 394 feet. And Schilling has somehow given up a lead. Ben Zobrist now, who is 0 for 2. It's a 3-0 pitch. And it is a walk. So 2 out with a runner at first now for Jason Bartlett, who is 0 for 2. An 0-1 pitch. And that is into left field. That should be caught. I think it's Ramirez out there, isn't it? But we go to the 7th, and the 2008 Rays are in front. It is Dave Price, the new man on the mound. Cabrera at the plate. He is 0 for 2. And it's a 2-2 pitch. Can the left-handed Price do? Starts with a strikeout. 1 away. In comes Pokey Reese, who's 0 for 1. A 2-0 pitch. Reese has popped that up. Now, Curt Schilling. I mean, he's 2 for 2. Do you pinch hit him here? And the answer to that is yes. Mark Bellhorn is the man that's coming into bat. It's an 0-2 pitch. And he's hit it into center field, but he's going to be caught. And we are going to stretch. And the upset is on here. All right, welcome back. Alan Embry is the new man on the mound. Gross is the man at the plate. He is 1 for 2, I think, today. And that is through. So a leadoff single. And are the Rays going to do it again here? Navarro comes in. He's 0 for 2. First pitch. Slices it away into right field. It's going to be caught. And runner will stay at first. So that is 1 on, 1 out now for, Iwamura, who is pinch hitting. First pitch. They're going to try and steal second, and they are going to get there as well. So runner at second now. Can they drive it in? An 0-2 pitch and a strikeout for 2 away. And it'll be Marvin Upton Jr., who is 1 for 3 on a 1-2 pitch. And, Marvin Jr.! It's 5-2! And the upset is very, very definitely on. 386 feet. And the 2008 Rays are very, very close. 6 outs, in fact, away from eliminating the 2004 Red Sox. So I've got to say, and every time I say a team's going to win, I think so. I thought this Boston team would go very, very close to winning it all. So Embry gets the strikeout to end the inning, but Boston need to hit, and Grant Balfour, Australian legend and no doubt Hall of Famer, is going to be on the mound. It's a 1-1 pitch. And that is going to be caught, is it? Yes, it is. In will come Trot Nixon now, who is 0 for 3, and I'm pretty sure struck out every time. A 1-1. And Nixon grounds it to the second baseman. Grant Balfour doing a wonderful job. And it's Manny Ramirez now. It could be the last time he bats in this series. It's a full count. And he draws a walk. Can David Ortiz do anything here? He's 0 for 2. It's a 2-2 pitch. Ortiz has hit it. Has he hit it well enough? David Ortiz! He has! Well, I'm annoyed that Grant Balfour has given up a home run, but David Ortiz sends it 340 feet, squeaking over the fence out there, and it is 5-4. And the Red Sox not done yet. Veritek to the plate. He is 2 for 3. It's a 2-2 pitch. Veritek watches it, and that'll do it for the 8th. So Boston still have work to do in the 9th. Mike Timlin is the new man on the mound to face Longoria, who is 1 for 3. It's an 0-2 pitch. And a strikeout, 1-0. Carlos Pena blew the game wide open, of course, back in the 6th, his last at bat. This time, he's tried to double the trick, but not quite got enough on it. And is caught for 2-0. And it's going to be Ben Zobrist now, who is 0 for 2. It's an 0-2 pitch. 2 out, none on. Are we going to the 9th of the 1-run game? Yes, we are. So Boston need a run. They need a run, and they've got Euclides, Orlando Cabrera, and Pokey Reese. Let's see what they can do. Dan Wheeler is the new man on the mound. It's an 0-2 pitch. And Euclides strikes out, 1-0. In comes Bill Muller to pinch hit. It's an 0-2 pitch. Oh, he's nowhere near it. And they're down to their final out. It is Kevin Miller pinch hitting. Another pinch hitter. Another 0-2 pitch. And the 2008 Rays, they've done it again. They've eliminated the Boston Red Sox. And that, I think, is a massive upset. So there we go. The 2008 Rays, they will move on to take on the 1935 Tigers for a place in the American League Final. Or the American League, I guess, Championship Series, using baseball terms. So huge upset, massive. I genuinely thought, I really wanted to see the Tigers and the Red Sox play as well. But anyway, that's how it works sometimes, isn't it? So there we go. Boston is out. Next up, it is the Athletics of 73 versus the Brooklyn Dodgers of 1955. They were supposed to make up the numbers, but got a win last time out. And let's see if they can double that up. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.